Hello everyone, it's BellaBri112 and today I bring you a video called Model Horse Don'ts. And the meaning behind that title is things that I've seen recommended in this hobby that I would say not to do. So yeah, let's just get on the video and you'll kind of get the concept as we go through this video. So the first thing is using the hot water method to straighten your model's legs if they're crooked or bent. You basically heat up like a cup of water, you dip them in there for like a couple seconds to a minute or so, and then their legs you can bend their legs straight again. So this is my lady phase, and she had some warped legs. Her two front legs were warped more so specifically. And you could tell she's a black and white pinto, she's super pretty, you know, she's the whole shabam. And after I did this, her legs turned gray. The water wasn't that hot, in all honesty. The water was almost cold. It was just warm water. And it completely changed the color of her legs. The bright black blotches on her was Sharpie that I used as a kid to cover some rubs. So the Sharpie didn't wear away, but it completely discolored her. In months after this happening, her legs have never gone back to the same color. Now she was a little bit of an older model from the mid-2000s, and this model you're looking at now is my Totalis, and he's a newer model, and you can see his leg isn't nearly as discolored. It's much less noticeable. It's more cloudy than gray, but it's kind of got that grayish tint in there. And again, I wouldn't really recommend this. Maybe I did something wrong. I could have, but the water wasn't hot and the models were left in there for about 30 seconds. So I wouldn't recommend that. The second thing I wouldn't recommend is don't use permanent marker to cover the rubs on your model horses. Big don't. So using my lady phase again, because she's a very old play model of mine, she had a lot of rubs all over her body. So you could see the white plastic showing through the black paint. And I thought it'd be a great idea to take a Sharpie and cover all of these white the white chips in her. And I used Sharpie, and eventually I did cover it with some cheap acrylic paint to kind of make it look a little better, but the grayish spots that you're seeing on the model horse, that's the black acrylic paint. And I did that to cover the Sharpie because it looked bad and like I could wash that off. But then looking in the specific spot where that yellow arrow is, the black Sharpie marker, it just stands out. It does not blend in with any model horse. This is a different horse. This is the Foundation Stallion Black Beauty. And on his belly, he has Sharpie, and you can see it is super reflective when it's in the light. It's not a good look. Don't use Sharpie to cover rubs on your black model horses because it does not blend into your models, and like it's just reflective. You can see in that top picture, that's what it looks like when light isn't shining on the Sharpie mark, but then when it is shining on the Sharpie mark, it's just reflective. It is just terrible. I can't stress, like, don't do that. It just ruins your model even more. The third thing I would recommend to not do is using like box cutters or scissors on your model horses. Like, I see people do this or recommend, and I just, first off, it's very dangerous to do these things. Don't use box cutters, because they're meant for cutting things specifically. And scissors are even worse because you're not even supposed to just, I have no words for the frustration this brings me. It just scratches the plastic into your model and destroys them. And like an X-Acto knife can do the same thing, but it does it in a way where it's, I don't know how to describe it. Just use an X-Acto knife if you're going to etch model horses. And the last thing I have to recommend that you don't do is don't use nail polish to gloss a whole model horse. Clear nail polish is great for using for small details, like maybe you want to gloss your model's eyes or nostrils for, realisticness, details. I have no problem with that. I have a problem with glossing the whole model horse. I've seen people, take a traditional and gloss it in nail polish, and it just, face palm, it makes me angry. Because I've done this on a stablemate, and the paint was super streaky. Don't do this, it's bad. So now that I vented and left out all that frustration, I highly recommend you guys don't do these things. And yeah, until the next video, bye guys.